maybe, just maybe, in this highly polarized time, when two opposing teams that have a lot of vitriol towards each other and a long history of being rivals come together, we need to remember for just a little bit that we're Americans first. Well, way to go, Mark Cuban. You forgot that living in America is what enabled you to accumulate all the wealth and status that you have right now. You forgot that, didn't you? Well, the rest of us peons, those lowly plebeians who are out in the stands who are watching, used to watch the Mavericks, we still remember. And you deciding not to play the national anthem anymore sucks. Let's talk about it. So, Mark Cuban, Mavericks national anthem axing draws fervent reaction on social media. Cuban reportedly made the decision in November before the season started. Well, good for you, man. We read further from Fox News. Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks' decision to axe the playing of the national anthem drew a ton of reaction Tuesday. Cuban confirmed to the Athletic that it was his decision to no longer play the national anthem prior to the home games at American Airlines Center. Isn't that weird? You play in the American Airlines Center. No national anthem. You see, Mark, let me break it down for you real quick. As Americans, we don't have much to bind us together. Other nations have ethnicity, which is very, very powerful, familiar ties that bind them together as a people. We don't. We're not American. Being an American isn't an ethnicity at all. It's a way of thinking. It's principles that we hold together. It's ideas that bind us. These ideas are found in the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, and they are championed and sung jubilantly by the national anthem, which you now don't want to play. Why would that be? What possible reason could you have? Well, this article speculates. Let's jump to that. Cuban and the Mavericks didn't publicize the removal of the national anthem prior to the games, but the Athletic reached out to the team after realizing that it wasn't played before Monday's matchup. Several team employees only noticed the removal of the anthem on their own. That makes no sense. You know, Fox News is terrible at editing their online. Okay, so let's just read it. Sick. Several team employees only noticed the removal of the anthem on their own, according to the Atlantic. Well, they would notice it on their own, but whatever. They also said it was not announced or explained internally. And, you know, this isn't the first time Mark Cuban has decided to bow down to SJWs. You know what? Let's just dive into it. Kurt Schilling says it right. Kids, this is what a gutless coward looks like. Bow to SJWs to please liberals and turn your back on the blood spilled by our warriors since 1775. What a great move. Oh, and don't throw this phony or anyone else tell you that the anthem is something it is not. It's a song written by folks who overthrew a tyrannical government at all costs to themselves. Oh, and the North played this song during the Civil War. Don't forget that. Which is quite the contrast to old Leander. A reminder that the anthem was first played at a sports game in the 1918 World Series to hype up the crowd. After that, it was mostly played during wartime to rouse patriotism. Shut up, man. You and your stupid last name, I can't even pronounce it. Not even going to try. Leander, you suck. And guess what? You're also wrong. Man, people like you suck because you have this arrogance and smugness about you because you think you know what you're talking about when in fact you don't, as we find out later down here in the article. Mark Clegg, I think, Clegg? I don't know. Sorry, Mark. The good Mark, not the Cuban Mark, the Clegg Mark, an expert on the national anthem, told NPR in 2018 that the Star Spangled Banner was first played at a sporting event in Brooklyn, New York on May 15th, 1862. And Leander, not only are you wrong, you're kind of a jerk-off, man. Listen to you. After that, it was played at wartime to rouse patriotism, to hype up the crowd, you said, in the World Series. You mean to rouse them in patriotic fervor? Is that what you mean? Hype up the crowd as if they weren't tapping into something that was already there? This unity that they had in 1918? That sounds familiar. What year what happened that was big in that year? Oh, World War I ended. How about that? Maybe we had just won the bloodiest, most terrible war in history up to that point, and we were thinking to ourselves, you know what? Maybe we deserve a little pat on the back, man. Maybe freedom wins today. But no, Leander, you're like Mark Cuban. You're a spineless coward. You're like these other idiots. Personally, I'm for it. We don't play the anthem before movies. Well, no kidding, Shannon McCormick. Silence is golden at the movies. Standing up and saying a patriot, people standing up and talking, that's shied upon, okay? People standing up and singing in a movie theater, that's also shied upon. But it's not a sports event, now is it? No. In fact, every team used to have their own, every college team, most high schools have their own fight song that they stand up and sing for the team. So maybe, just maybe, in this highly polarized time, when two opposing teams that have a lot of vitriol towards each other and a long history of being rivals come together, we need to remember for just a little bit that we're Americans first, and that the rivalries on the court are nothing but rivalries between brothers. Maybe that's why the national anthem was played. Huh? Do you think? It could be. Nah, what do I know? I'm just an idiot. Just one of those morons who likes getting all hyped up for the national anthem. No, I like celebrating America, and I like being around other like-minded people. Although we may disagree politically, we can all come together and sing together the national anthem and remind ourselves that we're all Americans. But what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.